A crying baby in the modern world is exhausting. In the ancient world, it was dangerous, not because the baby was sick, not because the parents didn't care, but because sound carried, and in a world where predators hunted by ear, a baby that wouldn't stop crying wasn't just a problem for the parents, it was a problem for everyone. Picture a small group, maybe 15 people, maybe 20, moving through open landscape at night, trying to stay quiet, trying to stay alive. They had no walls, no locks, no lights, just darkness, and whatever was moving through it. A single sound in the wrong moment could draw something toward the group that no amount of spears could stop. So silence wasn't a preference, it was survival. And then the baby started crying. Here is what the evidence tells us. Ancient mothers carried their babies constantly, not occasionally, not when it was convenient, constantly, skin to skin, body to body, every hour of the day. Anthropologists who study modern hunter-gatherer groups, the closest living window we have into prehistoric life, found that babies in these communities cry significantly less than babies in modern societies, not because they are different babies, because they are never put down. The moment a baby made a sound, it was already being held, already being fed, already being moved. The response time was zero because the distance was zero. Ancient humans didn't wait for a baby to cry. They made sure it never had a reason to. But sometimes nothing worked. Sometimes a baby cried anyway, through the night, through the cold, through the silence that the group desperately needed to keep. This is the part that gets dark. Archaeologists have found evidence that in some prehistoric communities, infants who could not be sustained, who were sick, or born in conditions the group simply could not survive, were sometimes abandoned, not out of cruelty, out of the brutal mathematics of survival. A group that lost everyone trying to save one could not save anyone. This wasn't a decision made lightly. Burial sites show that when ancient humans could care for vulnerable members, they did. Skeletons with severe disabilities have been found that show years of survival, meaning the group fed them, moved with them, kept them alive long after they could no longer contribute. They were capable of profound care, but they were also capable of impossible choices. There is a reason a crying baby is one of the hardest sounds for a human being to ignore. It is not an accident. It is not cultural. It is wired. The frequency of a human infant cry is specifically tuned by millions of years of evolution to be impossible to block out. It activates the same threat response in the brain as a predator sound. It demands action. It overrides everything else. Ancient parents felt exactly what you feel when you hear a baby cry. That same pull, that same urgency, that same desperate need to make it stop. The difference is they understood something modern parents sometimes forget. The baby isn't giving you a hard time. The baby is having a hard time. Somewhere in the deep past, a parent sat in the dark holding a crying child, terrified that the sound would carry, terrified that something would come, but holding on anyway. Not because they had a choice, because that is what you do. That instinct didn't come from civilization. It didn't come from culture or religion or parenting books. It came from them, and it is still running in you right now.